Hello and welcome to Escape Burnout. I'm Alex Barker, the founder of the Happy PharmD. And for those of you who don't know what we do, we help pharmacists create inspiring careers and lives through our career coaching and education. We are a team of pharmacists from every field of pharmacy you could imagine. We've helped now over 2,000 pharmacists in the United States and Canada not just find better jobs, but move into different career paths in pharmacy and command a lifestyle that is balanced and matches their values and beliefs. It has been such a great success because we're truly dedicated to pharmacists having better lives. And pharmacists, though, are dealing with the number one profession killer, burnout, on a consistent basis at that. According to countless studies, it's anywhere from 50 to 70% of pharmacists around the globe experience acute burnout. So we're going to go into that in just a moment in its true nature. But I want you to know I created the Happy PharmD in 2017 specifically to fight this awful epidemic. Our overall intention is not to fight burnout, but to focus on the pharmacists that want to escape it. And we are succeeding. So this is how this presentation is going to go. First, we're going to get clear about burnout and specifically what causes it. Then I'm going to offer a step-by-step overview on how to escape it. We've seen over and over again pharmacists who begin our program actually come out the other side, recovering from burnout. And I will go into all of the details as we proceed. Then I'll explain how the Happy PharmD program helps pharmacists escape burnout. And I want to give you an opportunity to learn how to engage with us for free and how to sign up. Burnout. What is it? You can think of it like chronically exceeding your own limits. Think of it like prolonged and unrelenting stress that turns chronic, septic, like job place depression. It's a serious condition with a major impact on all aspects of your life. It's marked by feeling cynical, feeling like you're not accomplishing a lot, and emotional exhaustion. Burnout makes pharmacists feel like they don't have the time, the energy, or will to solve the very problem. And therefore, external help often becomes necessary. But what causes it? You ever thought about that? Well, every foundational literature study points to external causes causing burnout. Things like a lack of control over what you do on a day-to-day basis, no community or team support within the organization, being overloaded with work and more tasks, more responsibilities, less time to do it, and conflicting values. You want to help people, but all it feels like your work does is, well, they want you to make money. But you may not realize that this is the cause, because I went to a conference, a pharmacy one at that, a few years ago. And the theme of the conference was well-being and resiliency. You've probably heard someone corporate talk about this. And while we all want to be well and be resilient, this shifts the focus of what causes burnout. It is, in my opinion, corporate speech that is saying, you are the problem, sir. You caused your burnout, so you need to fix it. And I'm over here screaming, I'm saying, that's not true. It isn't true. You didn't cause your burnout. The environment in which you worked causes burnout. It is not your fault. I didn't know that when I was going through my journey. I started my pharmacy career as a resident and then an ambulatory care pharmacist. I thought I did it. I was at the height of what a pharmacist could do, right? The height of our license, as they say. I was pumped. I was excited. I was going to change the world one person at a time and help so many people. But as I worked, I experienced a lack of control over what I could do and couldn't do. And I did not have team support from my colleagues, my supervisor. And on top of that, I was dealing with bullying from one of my mentors. I didn't have a whole lot of opportunities. I couldn't get out. And eventually I was shoved into a position that I desperately wanted to escape from, but I didn't know how. I remember at the end of one day, I got this call from a patient right as I was about to leave. And in that moment, I hated everything. I felt like that patient who called me, who earnestly needed my help, was a problem and not a person anymore. I hated that feeling. I hated myself for feeling that way. But in that moment, I knew I was burned out. And I decided that I had had enough. I decided that this wasn't going to be my reality, and that this burned out person wasn't who I was going to choose to be anymore. I wanted to feel like I did at the beginning of my career because I love helping people. And so I made my pathway out, and I hired people to help me, and I found my path. You may experience burnout right now and not even know it like I did. It kind of just creeps along you. It's more like a spectrum. It's not a yes or no. It happens to a lot of pharmacists. As we said in the beginning, practically 1 out of every 2 pharmacists experience this. It's a lot of people. So the truth is that there is a healthcare burnout plane, and it's going down. You and I are on it. The oxygen masks have dropped. So what do? You probably put that mask on first, right? Take care of yourself, as they say. But guess what? That plane, it's still going down. And I've jumped out of that plane. I'm here with you asking, do you want a parachute? Let me ask you another way, an honest question. Do you recognize where you are? Does any of this make sense to you? Do you see your colleagues, your friends on this burnout plane? Well, what's it like outside of the plane, on the other side of burnout? Is it a new situation for your life, a new career, a new job, better pay, better boss, better team, fulfilling work, remote work, working from home, more time with family? Do you think about those things? Do you talk about that with your colleagues, your friends, your family? Guess what? There are amazing opportunities in pharmacy. We see it every day at the Happy PharmD. New jobs, careers, lifestyles, ones where pharmacists feel perhaps the same level of excitement they had when they first were in school, or when they graduated, or when they got it. They help that patient with their knowledge and expertise, minus all that studying, we had to do. It isn't a dream. This is a reality for the pharmacists we help transition every day. And here's the results of our program. It's going to blow you away. I remember people saying that in order to be a happy, unburned out pharmacist, I have to not practice pharmacy. But 95% of our clients stay in the profession, and we help them get into the top career paths of pharmacy. Things like industry. So we're talking regulatory affairs, medical affairs. We're talking medical writing and information, entrepreneurship, academia, clinical pharmacy, digital health, AmCare. And these pharmacists, they're reporting that they're happy, that they can't believe they get to do what they do on a day-to-day basis. They do so in our program, by the way, without more certifications, without a residency, more education, more debt, regardless if they're a BS Pharm or a PharmD. How does that sound, right? Do you want to avoid more training, time, and cost just so that you can have a chance to work in a job you love? Okay, it's time for some tough love between you and me. I have some questions, but as I ask them, I want you to look deep inside yourself. Are you dealing with burnout? Is getting to the next level of your career important to you? Have you tried? Many of the pharmacists we help, that's what they want. They move up. So when you talk with us, these are critical questions for us to understand so that we can help you transition into a path you were meant to be in, a career path that matches your natural talents, strengths, passions, curiosity, personality, and values. Are you ready to talk to one of us at the Happy PharmD? Well, first, let me tell you what we do and what it's like talking with an expert. Did you know that the number one comment we get from people who enroll in our coach program? Pharmacists say something like, quote, I never thought in my wildest dreams that this was possible for me, end quote. We don't just talk to you. We guide you into your next step, your next job, your next career. We help you build something indispensable, one where jobs start looking for you. But the amazing thing about our program and our coaches is that they are trained and capable of helping get you into any career path. We have had academic pharmacist coaches help people become entrepreneurs or get into pharma. We have had pharmaceutical pharmacists help people get into clinical and specialty. And we've had specialty pharmacists get into things like entrepreneurship, academia, and clinical. That's the power of our system and our program. Our coaches meet with pharmacists in groups or in one-on-one, and they have private, in-depth sessions that ultimately create clear action step plans for you to take each step forward into a new future where you feel fulfilled and happy and you love what you do. So you may ask yourself, what are the key ingredients to check if you're a great candidate for our program? Well, hey, let's go back to burnout. Remember, the key to causing burnout is the environment, right? The place where you worked caused this. It's not anything you have done. This is so important for you to recognize. The solution could be a new job. Do you see that? Does that resonate with you? Our experience shows us that burnout creates chaos for the job seeker, making the journey that much more difficult and longer than it really even needs to be. But with guidance from an expert, they not only escape burnout, they find a career path they were meant for, and they create that indispensable career where jobs and opportunities seek them. Our clients who work usually full time received job offers faster in comparison to even new pharmacy graduates who are unemployed and looking for a job full time. The proof is in the pudding. Our clients get job offers 1.5 months after our program on average. So not only do we get you a job faster, we also help you make more money faster. We are your fastest and most effective solution in the marketplace. Now, how do we achieve this? Well, people call us. Now is the time for action. We get results when pharmacists talk with us. It's free to speak with one of our career advisors who are specialists that speak with everyone before they start our coach program. Let me tell you what you'll discover in this call. You'll find out where you're at in this escape burnout journey. You're going to identify some next action steps, and you're going to learn all of the details of our program. Plus, I personally guarantee you're not going to regret this call because you're going to be talking with someone who understands your journey. because they have talked now with hundreds of pharmacists and have a specialist ability now to craft our program to your unique needs. So I want you to take a chance to get reignited with a new sense of purpose and determination to escape that burnout. So somewhere on this page, there's going to be a link, and I want you to click it and schedule your time today. If any of this resonates with you, you cannot afford to not work with us. We guarantee results, or you recoup your investment for a whole year. Who promises something like that? That's crazy. Well, we do, not because we're crazy, but because we are so confident of our results over the last 5 years. People in all kinds of situations. Actually, let me tell you about 3 people that got jobs they wanted and careers that fulfill them: Lori, Brittany, and Anna. You see, Lori was a clinical pharmacist working in a hospital. Lots of stress, lots of pressure, but she wanted time for her kids, and she became a remote pharma role pharmacist. How cool is that? She's working now in medical affairs, and she's loving what she does, using her genius and her great ability to help people. Or Brittany Hoffman Eubanks, who was a busy retail manager and ended up creating her own medical writing company called Banner Medical, where not only is she getting to do the work she enjoys, she's hiring other pharmacists to do the same. And Anna Schimmel, who was in community setting and had just had enough, but she moved into regulatory affairs where she is dissecting and investigating policies. Oh, and by the way, none of these people had any experience before transitioning into these career paths. It's all about our coach program. One last thing: intelligent people don't waste time trying to solve complex problems. If you have a broken water line in your house, you're not going to try to fix that yourself, right? You call a plumber, a contractor, an expert to quickly fix that issue, no matter what the cost is. Because if you don't, well, the whole house can fail. Take that first step. Schedule a conversation with a group of job market experts that focus on helping pharmacists escape burnout. We are here for you. We're ready and we're waiting for your call. So go to our website. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to this. I can't wait. I look forward to personally hearing about your success with us in the very near future. Our experts are standing by. Thanks again, and have a great day.